Yeah, hi, it's me, Big Ugly Jim, your smallest of the small streaming Andes. Mickey Rooney is, in his wonderful interpretation of the Oriental Landlord, was just wow looking back. Yeah, that the one from the. I think I know which one you're talking about. It's like a super racist depiction. I brought up Ben Kingsley playing Gandhi, and at the time, this was raised, and people were like, well, Ben Kingsley is 164th Indian, so it's okay. He's one of them. No, not okay. There was the movie Siddhartha. Oh my god, have I ever shown? I don't think I've ever shown. I'm gonna do this. Or not Siddhartha, Little Buddha. Sorry. Okay, we're gonna do this, and you're gonna get a good giggle out of me. Little Buddha. Yeah, Breakfast at Tiffany's. Yeah, I know exactly what you're referring to. Yeah, that was grotesque at best. So this is the movie poster for the movie Little Buddha. Little Buddha is the story. It's two stories. It's the story of Siddhartha, which is the original, the first Buddha of Buddhist canonic whatever, and it's also the story of Lama something or other, who was there was a whole thing. They believed that this Lama was reincarnated into a kid living in Seattle, and so there was this whole thing. So they basically they're telling the story of the kid's process of being told that he was a reincarnated Lama, and also telling the story of like, what is Buddhism? Where does it come from? The story of the first Buddha. Now you'll notice that's not an Indian fella. In fact, the name there says Keanu Reeves, which at the time was hilarious. This was before Keanu's redemption arc, where Keanu became, cool again with the Matrix. But the whole way through watching the movie, me and my buddy were like, oh my god, all this suffering is bogus. The road to enlightenment is an excellent adventure. Because that was fucking funny. And literally, they had Keanu fucking Reeves playing Siddhartha, the original Buddha from India, a Brahmin prince whose father kept him isolated from the world so that he never needed to see aging, sickness, and death. And then one day he pressed the issue. He was like, why don't I know the people that I are my subjects? And he's like, okay, well, we'll do a parade and you can go through and meet your people. It'll be good. And the king is like, okay, no sickies, no yuckies, no dios, none of those people. We're just going to have young, healthy people. It'll be perfect. And he's in his parade and he's waving. He's doing his like, hey, I'm Siddhartha, right on. And he looks over and he sees this alleyway. There's two old beggars, sick with leprosy. And he sees them and he's like, what's up? What the fuck is happening there? And the guy who's sitting next to him was like, well, they're old and they're sick and they're poor. And he's like, what are these words? And the guy's like, dude, what do you, like, that's what happens. We all get old. We all will get sick. We'll all die. What? And so he goes on this, journey to try and understand these things. And he becomes an ascetic. And ascetics were people who would do things like, live off of mud for as long as they could and stuff, and stay in constant meditation. And he would do this total. He went from being this wealthy person of privilege to being abjectly poor and struggling for every breath for all intents and purposes. And then he overheard a fisherman talking to his fisher boy. And the fisherman said something to the effect, they're tuning a guitar. And the fisherman says, if you wind the string too tight, it will snap. But if you don't wind the string enough, it won't play. And Buddha was like, bam! The middle road. There's a balance. And that's how he essentially achieved enlightenment. And there was more to it. I'm super telling the story in a very simple way. There's a whole thing where he was sitting under a tree for 49 days and 49 nights while being tempted by the dark serpent, or the dark spirit, Mani, I think, the evil one. and at which point he achieved enlightenment, which is not even remotely like when Jesus did it for 40 days and 40 nights, because Christianity's 9 days quicker. Well, what? First off, I want to say thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed, please like and subscribe. It really does help me out. Thank you to my patrons that support me on Patreon. I am a little streamer, and these people are all really awesome for supporting me. I try to put up stuff at least once a week, and I live stream every Saturday at noon Mountain Time on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, like an old man. Again, thanks for watching, and have a kick-ass day.